Hey guys, was just doing some messing around in Photoshop and thought I'd show a couple things about using three-dimensional objects or slash pictures or pictures from Google Images to be able to make three-dimensional looking things and then being able to apply them to car skins. Also, some other different interesting ways of using pictures and integrating them into car surfaces and changing lighting conditions to get particular effects. Alright, first off, I'm just going to show you what I did with the most recent skin that I did. The base color, I just did a simple dark blue to light blue gradient from left to right. And then I got this picture here, which is a photograph of just smoke basically in a dark room, I assume. And what I did was overlaid this. Now the original looked like this, and if you turn it to hard light conditions you get a slightly different effect. So that's actually my final skin color, but there's a bunch of different things that you can do to get sort of cool looking effects from pictures like that. Alright, I'll move on to some three-dimensional things. I'm going to do something here that basically is going to take a simple flag like this German flag here and use another photograph of a fabric or a three-dimensional looking picture and then meshing the two. So, alright, so first thing we're going to do, and I'll give an example of this three-dimensional effect on this skin here so you can get an idea how you can use some of these things. So first thing we'll do here is open up that flag that I was talking about. And then I already have this image, but I'll just show you. What's available. You can get all sorts of different patterns and things that you can use to be able to make three-dimensional effects. Some of these you can make from scratch, but it's easy enough. There's plenty of pictures out there that you can do this without having to do a ton of work. So I have one on here already that I'm going to use, so let's just open that up. So we'll use this one here. Now, when you do these things, when you mesh them together, the image size has to be the same. Now, you can either do that by just changing the image size via the edit feature, or when you duplicate it, you can just do it manually. I usually just do it manually because it's a pretty quick way of doing it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to desaturate the image to take all of the color out. So the hotkey for that is Control-Shift-U. And then when that's done, go ahead and save that file as a PSD. Then you go back to the flag or whatever you're going to apply the three-dimensional item to, and you go to Filters and Distort, Displace, Horizontal and Vertical Scale at 10, Stretch to Fit, and Wrap Around, and click OK. And then whatever PSD that you just created from the picture that you're using, just click on that. and then it will make this distortion effect. Then you go back to the same picture that you were just working with, go duplicate, and apply it to that other image. Then when you go back, because these were different size images, you can either do this on the front end or the back, but these weren't the same size, so just click Control T and you'll see that this other image was drastically higher resolution. So just bring it down until it fits exactly the dimensions that you're working with. So there we go, click enter. Then you go to the lighting modes and click on hard light. Then you get this really cool effect. And you can do that with all sorts of different pictures. It doesn't necessarily have to be what I chose, but pretty much anything three-dimensional looking you can apply this effect on. So I'll just give you another quick example about how you can underlay this kind of effect on a car surface, either as a base color or underneath your logos, or you can do layer masking to apply it just to your logo areas. There are all sorts of different ways you can use this. So we'll get rid of that one there. So we'll try it on this one here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to recreate the same color of red, and we're going to use that same fabric item, and we're just going to underlay it on the skin here. So the image size, just doing this from the front end so we can have it right off the get-go. So that's 4096 by 6144. So that's the same. So we got a new one here. And then I already have the color of that red one, so we'll apply that as a foreground color. And same thing again, Control Shift U, desaturate. And then we'll go ahead and make this one the same size right off the get-go too. Again, save as PSD and put it as something that associates it with whatever you're working on. So I'll be doing this for the STP skin that I did in the IndyCar, so I'll just put a STP at the end so I can see what it is. It says a PSD. Then we go back to this guy, and again go to Filter, Distort, Displace. Same settings as before, 1010, stretch to fit, and wrap around. And then click on the one that we just saved, which was the STP one. Now you're not going to see it on an image like this because this is a single color until you, you won't see the distortion because there's nothing to differentiate the colors. So we'll do this one more time. Just go to duplicate it, and you can apply it, via the place method, but it's a little bit quicker if you just duplicate it from here. So go duplicate, and then apply that to the red wavy pattern. Yep, that's what we were just working on right there. So now it's on top of there, and then go to the light mode and switch to hard light. Now we have that same effect, but then it will apply to the underlayment color of this skin. So we'll go ahead and save that. Now you could save this as a GIF or a JPEG or anything else that will get that properly inside of the skin. So I'll just do it as a GIF. And we'll go back here and we'll place the image that we just created, which is this one here. And now you can see that at the bottom underneath the logos would apply as a secondary base color, which I think is pretty cool. Now, the limits of experimentation with stuff like this are endless because you could use any different type of pattern to get, whatever effect that you're looking for. So, instead of doing things from scratch, you can look around for pre-existing pictures that could look kind of cool with effects like this. Alright, that was just one short thing that I wanted to show you, so hopefully that helped with something new that you might be able to try.